Welcome to Fake Love and Flying Monkeys, the podcast where fake love is exposed. I'm Nova Gibson and I am your host. I'm the principal counsellor at Brighter Outlook Narcissistic Abuse Counselling.com.au. This space is dedicated to helping you reclaim your worth and understand the impact of toxic relationships with suspected narcissists. You deserve clarity, healing, and freedom from the pain of fake love and flying monkeys. So please leave a review and grab a copy of my book, Fake Love, Understanding and Healing from Narcissistic Abuse. Let's uncover the truth and take back your power. Hey everyone, Nova here, and welcome to another episode of Fake Love and Flying Monkeys. In this episode, we are talking about triangulation and why covert narcissists love to use it to hurt you. But first of all, for those of you who may not have heard of this very common abuse tactic that narcissists use, triangulation is one of their favorite manipulation tactics. It's sneaky, it's incredibly confusing, but it's effective at keeping you stuck and creating this constant drama. It's about pitting people against each other and creating insecurities in one or both of those people. And if you've ever felt like you've been unnecessarily cast out of a group or a family, or someone else is seemingly more important than you to your partner, there's a good chance that the narcissist in your life is triangulating you. So triangulation is about bringing a third party into the relationship, whether that's another perceived intimate partner or just someone they've made up that they're saying has been looking at them all the time so that it makes you feel insecure. So in that instance, they've just made up this person who looks at them and ogles them all the time at their local coffee shop to get you to react for sometimes no other reason than the narcissist is bored and they need your jealousy, your insecurities just to cure the boredom and also to get that narcissistic hit from having you jealous and insecure that this person they've made up might be getting the attention that they're not giving you. And of course, they want you to try harder to please them and hopefully compete for their love and their affection and time. Now, the third party that the narcissist brings into the relationship doesn't even have to be human. It can be a pet or a car or some other type of object, but it's about getting you in those circumstances to compete for the narcissist's time. The narcissist wants to be at the top of the triangle and they want you and this other thing or person, real or made up, to fight it out for their time. It makes them feel like this wanted, desirable commodity because when they bring that third person or that third thing in, at least one of them, they're hoping, or one of you, is going to make them feel powerful by getting jealous. So yes, triangulation is all about hurting you. And if they're trying to stir up the feelings of perhaps an ex who's starting to heal and move on, then hopefully they will be able to get a bit of attention from that person too. And if they can get you two to fight it out, then that wins them bonus points. So it's about destabilizing you when they bring in this third person, either real or imagined. They want to make you feel like someone else finds them more attractive, more competent. In other words, they're kind of implying abandonment. You better pick your actor, or this other person who's really giving me the eye, they might win the prize. Or they may triangulate you by comparing you negatively to others. They love to do this with a crazy, jealous ex who they're now singing the praises of because you're not doing a good enough job, and they want you to be as good as their crazy jealous ex was, which of course is confusing to you because they've done nothing but put that person down. But now they're telling you that not only have they changed their mind and this person really is amazing, but you're worse than them. Narcissistic parents love to do this with their children. They love to pit their own children against each other. The scapegoat child will be compared to the golden child. Why can't you just be as good as your brother? So the scapegoat child tries harder to please, and the golden child does not want to lose their place where they're getting the most attention. And the narcissistic parent actually enjoys putting their own children against each other to be the person they both go to. Both children are trying to please them. That makes them feel powerful. Another classic little chestnut that the narcissist uses to triangulate you, to hurt you, is when they bring in the troops, the perceived army who agree with them. So they might say, yeah, you've just let yourself go. You're crazy, whatever they're calling you, which is normally a projection of themselves. But yep, everyone agrees with me, even your friends, even your own mother agrees with me that you just let yourself go, and they would totally support me if I left you. Or another little favorite weapon in their arsenal of triangulation strategies is when they go and cry on the shoulder of someone else to resolve the conflict that is going on in the relationship with you, or any other conflict that is going on in their life. You just don't understand them. And why are you getting upset that this person is actually providing them with empathy, and they actually understand the problems that the narcissist is going through, where you just have no idea? You should be grateful that that third person is helping them out. Of course, this type of behavior is never done with a selfless, altruistic attitude. It's all about making you fight for them, making you react so that then they've got a reason to go to that person. And it is so disrespectful. And of course, that person who knows that there's conflict going on in the narcissist relationship, or even if they don't, and this is an ongoing thing, knowing that person is married or in, a very long-term or what seems like a stable relationship over time, that's actually very disrespectful of that person. There's one thing to be there to provide, a listening ear, and to let that person know that, yes, you have empathy and you are there for them in their time of need, but to be there on an ongoing basis, which it normally is. They'll be texting all hours of the night, and to do that to another woman or another man, to inject yourself into their relationship like that is really disrespectful, because these are not isolated incidents. This is an ongoing pattern of behavior. So if that so-called friend of theirs that they go to cry on their shoulder, if that person just keeps this behavior going on and on and on without realizing that they're at least being used, then they're not thinking about you, the victim. They've got something else in mind, and they're thinking about themselves. Covert narcissists particularly enjoy using triangulation because it doesn't put them out there as abusing you, and it can be so easily deflected from if you try and call them on their behavior. It's not visible. It's very, very covert and passive aggressive. So in a romantic relationship, the narcissist may just innocently bring up that they saw their ex and they're looking amazing now. And yep, she's just doing so well for herself. Not like some people around here who need to lose a few kilos. Ha, ha, ha. They laugh. So they insult you when it's disguised as a joke. And they've also raised the fact that their ex, once again, whom they were calling crazy at one time, is now looking amazing, and they're seeing them again. But it seems so casual as they raised this, and it's a very carefully crafted comparison. Believe me, they know what they're doing, and the goal with that type of situation to hurt you was to make you feel inadequate, unsure of where you now stand in this relationship, and of course, jealous. Or they may say something to you like, oh, I was talking to Jennifer, the secretary at work yesterday, because she noticed I wasn't looking too happy. And I told her about what was going on. And she said that I shouldn't put up with that sort of treatment from you. He's talking about your arguments to his 25-year-old secretary at work. What are you going to be thinking? You're going to be fuming. And then the very manipulative covert narcissist will say something along the lines of, well, this is why I had to talk to her. Look at you. The triangulation that goes on when you have a narcissistic parent can be even more painful. Let's talk about that narcissistic mother when she compares her own children. She might say something like, yeah, your sister never caused me this kind of stress. You wonder why I spend more time with her. That's because she's easy to get along with, and you just never seem to be happy. And also, I don't like coming to your house because it's just not clean enough for me. Or that toxic parent loves to talk to other family members or outsiders when they're projecting the image of the perfect mother or father. They'll say something like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do with her. She's always so sensitive. There's always something wrong with her. I'm just too old for this. I've done everything I can. So you know what? I'm not going to feel guilty about spending all my time with my other child because I've just never been able to keep her happy. Nothing I do pleases her. So you, the scapegoat child, grows up feeling like you're a difficult child. There's rarely a strong bond between the scapegoat child and the golden child. And you know what? That lack of bond is 100% manufactured by the narcissistic parent. How can two siblings get on and have a loving relationship like they should when one is constantly being treated in a more positive way at the very least, and one child never feels good enough, there is going to be resentment, and that bond is never going to happen. And that's exactly how the narcissistic parent wants it when they triangulate their own children, because they need to have at least one child when they grow up who will dispute what the scapegoat child says, which is they had a shitty childhood. And the narcissist within a friendship group, or perhaps it's a narcissistic colleague at work, they will all use the same strategy. You might confide to a friend in your circle of friends about a breakup, perhaps, that you've had. And then days later, the toxic narcissistic friend, the friend you have when you don't have a friend, says to you that she told another member of the group about what happened, and she agrees that you just tend to overreact in relationships and you just need to get over this. Look at the betrayal there. Not only has this person broken your confidence, but she's telling you that another person that you thought was a really good friend of yours totally disrespects your feelings and agrees that there's something wrong with your feelings. So to summarize, guys, triangulation is about making you feel like you've got to compete and making you feel insecure and making you confused, because it seems like there's all this drama going on with other people or other things involved, and you don't know the rules of engagement. You don't understand it. So now you know what the covert narcissist is doing. So it looks like they haven't done anything wrong and their hands remain clean. Start to name the behavior, look back over the relationship and notice all the times that they did this to you and made you feel absolutely crazy, and that you really had to fight for this relationship. Disengage from the drama, guys. Do not get involved. Don't tell the narcissist you know what they're doing, because that always backfires and they will just gaslight you out of your reality. Strengthen your support network. Get emotional distance from that toxic person. Leave. You can't change them. They're not going to change. And your goal or your job is not to fix them and make them see your point of view and to let them know that you know what they're doing. They already know that you know, by the way. Your job is to leave and to heal. Triangulation is painful because it makes you question what's real. It makes you question your value, your relationships, and all your memories. But once you start to see the pattern, then you can start to loosen its hold. Don't play the game. You can walk away, step out, protect your peace, and surround yourself with people who communicate openly. You aren't confused by their words. They love you honestly, and they don't need to use others as pawns to feel powerful, and of course, to make you feel worthless. And that brings us to the end of another Fake Love and Flying Monkeys episode, guys. If you have been triangulated in a relationship by a narcissist and you want to understand it more, or if you're just after some support to escape or heal from your abusive relationship, then please see my website link in the description, and I would love to be able to support you one-on-one in a Zoom counseling session. You will also find your greatest help in a book with my best-selling book, Fake Love: Understanding and Healing from Narcissistic Abuse. On that note, guys, it's bye from me for now. Until the next episode, remember, you are worthy of love, and you are worthy of so much more than a lifetime of fake love and flying monkeys.